Bishut Morai Verabotay, with the permission of Hashem, I would like to wish to all of you a good year, Shana Tova, Mituka. And I would like to talk a little bit about David HaMelech, the King David. And I would like to tell you a beautiful story about David HaMelech. How he started, how everything was started. As you know, when Hashem created the world, He created first the neshamot of the tzaddikim. He created the teshuvah. And then Hashem knew that people will be bad. So Hashem created the possibility that they can ask forgiveness from Hashem and to become again good people. And then Hashem, He created the world, and then He created Adam, the first man. So Hashem, He took Adam and He showed him all what's going to happen from the beginning till the end of the world. As you know, the Zohar said that the world will remain 6,000 years. We're Jewish. We don't believe on all the scientific who said the world took billions of years to be created. No. We know the world was created only 5,778 years ago. That's it. And it will remain 6,000 years. Of course, they have argument with the carbon-14 that the world is old, and everything is old, and so they come to a conclusion that there is no God, it's the evolution, it's the world took the world millions of years, billions of years to be created, evolution, till now. Because they don't believe in Hashem. And because as well, with the carbon-14, with the carbon-14, they think, with all the exams they do, well, the world is very, very, very old. But they're right on one hand. But if they believe that the Torah said that we had the deluge, that Hashem, He destroyed the world with water, hot water. The only one that remained alive was Noah, with his family. So just imagine, the world was drowned on the water, hot water. So of course, take a chicken with the bones and put it in the oven and light the oven 1,000 degrees during 1 year. And after you take the bones and put carbon-14, the bones will give you a false date. How old is it? He is. Maybe we tell you he is 100 million years old. You should not forget that the world was destroyed with the water, hot water. So, I would like to tell you something. I am today in Argentina for Simchat Torah, and I was reading in a magazine that they found in Argentina a big dinosaur, a big dinosaur of about 36 meters long. But they don't understand, because the same dinosaur, they found it in Portugal. So they don't understand how this dinosaur, we know the dinosaur cannot swim, how he came from there. And they had no question, they had no answers, they don't understand. How this dinosaur, if the dinosaur is from Argentina, how he went to Portugal, there is the sea. There is thousands of kilometers of the sea. And if the dinosaur was born in Portugal, so what this dinosaur was doing in Argentina? So they don't understand. So, I mean, if they believe in the Torah said that Hashem is destroyed during the deluge, during that rain that Hashem bring to destroy the whole world, and the only one remained, that was Noah, that he was in this famous boat, l'Arche de Noé, famous boat that Hashem said to Noah, build it, because you'll be the only one with your children who will remain alive, and I will protect you. And he took there all kind of animals, and miraculously, after 1 year, the hot water did not touch well, you have to believe in Hashem. There were a lot of miracles. I mean, somebody who doesn't believe, he will say, it's impossible. Well, because you don't believe, so it's hard for me to. It's like somebody told me, Rabbi, can you prove me that there is God? I told him, yes, look at me. He said, what? I told you, look at me. He said, what do you mean? I said, well, look at me. He said, what for? I said, because for thousands of years, they wanted to destroy the Jews. The Romans, the Greek, all kinds of generations. And Baruch Hashem, still here. Who protects us? You think because we are clever? No, Hashem. Hashem Shomer Israel. Hashem. And because we have the Torah. And without the Torah, we will not be protected. And because we take care of each other. That's what makes of us a nation. Hashem, the Torah, and the Jews. Without the Torah, we will not be here today. We'll be finished, assimilated. But the Torah protects us not to be assimilated. Not because we don't like the other people. No, we love them. My father teach me, if you have to help a Jew and not a Jew, first, help the non-Jew. After you can help the Jew. I said, why, Papa? He said, because it's very important that he knows that we have nothing against them. They should not think that we don't like them. No. That we're anti-Semite, we don't like them. No. It's just, we cannot mix because we have to keep our identity. If we mix, so our identity will finish. So why we want to keep our identity? Because by keeping our identity, we keep as well the identity of Hashem, that Hashem exists. So it's a hard work. So if the scientific, they believe on the Torah, they will have no questions. They will admit that the word is, the date of the word is only 5,778 years. That's it. But they don't believe. Because it's hard for them to believe. Understand them. It's hard for them to believe. But if they give a chance to themselves, they will find the reality. My friend, this question of the two dinosaurs, that one was found in Argentina, the other one was in Portugal, and there is this sea in the middle, thousands of camels, maybe 5,000 kilometers between them. Maybe more than 5,000 kilometers. How you explain this? For me, it's not a question, because it was when Hashem destroyed the world, all the big animals were destroyed. For me, everything was destroyed. So everything was floating in the water. So there is no question that this dinosaur, he floated in the water from Portugal to Argentina, or from Argentina to Portugal, so that we will find them. Because there was no space, there was no land, there was only sea, only water everywhere. So for me, there is no question. This is Rabotai, my friend. This is something that we have to and we live in a generation that to believe in Hashem is not easy. The only thing that we can believe in Hashem is if we study Torah, if we keep our religion, if we put tefillin, if we respect Shabbat. Now, my friend, we're talking about we start now after Rosh Hashanah and Kippur, Sukkot, Simchat Torah. We start anew. It's like now it's finished. The Jewish holidays are finished. Now back to business. Now back to the reality. Finish now the synagogues, shofar, Kippur to fast. Now we have to start a normal life. But my friend, to start a normal life is not easy. To start a normal life without the Torah, without religion, we will just start a life that it's not normal. Because today to live in a world where we live today is not easy. It's not easy to be a good person. It's not easy to be a good husband, a good wife, good children, because we live in a generation. Yesterday, I saw a boy hitting his father, and he cursed his father, and he put his father down on the floor. He was beating him. I was so bad for the father. And when people started to separate them, the father said, let him what? I mean, can you imagine, my friends, we live in a generation, terrible generation. After half an hour, the child said to his father, Papa, you deserve what I did to you, the rest in the house. So we had to call the police. The father didn't want, but we had to call the police. We were afraid that he will kill him. And we don't know. This is the life we live today. So back to life, but back to a good life. We have to bring with us all those beautiful days of Jewish holidays, the holiness of the holidays for the rest of the year. I saw in a book, Bereshit. What it is, Bereshit? The beginning. What does mean, the beginning? The beginning, there is some big rabbi said, the beginning, that means Tishrei Ba. If you calculate, there is a calculation of Gematria of Bereshit. The calcul of Bereshit, it's Tishrei Ba. That means that Tishrei, the month of Tishrei, the month of Teshuvah, the month of all those beautiful holidays, holy holidays, they are not finished. After we finished those beautiful holidays, now we start again Tishrei. The month of the Teshuvah is not over, it's not behind, it's not finished. We start it again. Bereshit, Tishrei Ba is coming, Tishrei is coming. I mean, that means it's like you enter a perfume shop. When you come out from that perfume shop, there is on your clothes we can smell perfume. We can smell even that you didn't put perfume in your hand. That's because the perfume that was in the air, it went into your clothes. So my friend, even that Rosh Hashanah, Kippur, Sukkot are over, but we should have a little bit of the flavor, the taste on us for the rest of the year. We should not say, well, it's over, that's it, finished. No, it's not finished. The main thing of those beautiful holidays, it's not only for the time being, for the time that you you celebrate the holidays. It's for after. That help you to repair the past, and that it help you to live with it in the future. That the perfume will remain, and that the perfume will remain. So always you have to visit that shop of perfume, that it will not go over of you. My friend, we start now to reading those beautiful parashiyot, and it's very important that we start with the parasha of Bereshit, Noah, to give you strength. I mean, because now, after those beautiful holidays, now the Yitzhara will start again. I saw a beautiful story that there was from Baal Shem Tov. There was one day, Baal Shem Tov, he said that there was a man that, excuse me, it was not Baal Shem Tov, I'm sorry. It was a beautiful mashal that was reading about the Tzara on Yom Kippur, when the Tzara, he see how much Hashem, he want to protect the Jews on Yom Kippur. So the Tzara said to Hashem, but the Jews are no good. They are bad people. And Hashem, he said, no, they are not bad people. They are good people. It's only because they were in your hand. Because of you, they are bad people. But let them on their own. You will see that they will come to me. So you see that a lot of temptation, we live in a world of temptation. And it's not easy to live with it. It's not easy to live with it. So what can we do? What can we do? Well, you have to actually give us those beautiful holidays that we must take a little bit of perfume of those holidays for the rest of the year. We should not use those holidays only to eat, to sleep, and just for joy, for fun. No, because those holidays have a meaning. So you have to use it for good things. So now, Baruch Hashem, after Rosh Hashanah, Kippur, Sukkot, so we start. And Be'ezat Hashem, we'll talk about David HaMelech next time. First now, we just talk about the good influence that we have to get from those beautiful holidays that we've been through the last month. So that way, Hashem, when we start to read the parasha of Bereshit and the parasha of Noah, you see all the good thing that Hashem did by creating the world. We see the contrary, people were bad. So Hashem had to destroy the world. It just, Hashem wants to teach you, you see, after those beautiful holidays that you've been through, if you don't choose the right derech, the right way to serve Hashem, you will forget everything, and you will take a bad way, bad derech. So be careful. This is a warning. My friend, I wish you good year and God bless you. Take care.
نوضوا يا ناس غرتوا على ربيع حي بنتو وقف لنا زي